Features of the 8086 microprocessor. Can anyone list the features?
Sixteen-bit processor.
It is a
16-bit ALU.
Yes, it is a 16-bit microprocessor, and it has a 16-bit ALU, and it has a
16-bit
16-bit
data bus.
data bus and internal
20-bit address bus. 20-bit address bus.
Very good, very good.
16-bit flag registers.
16-bit. It has a 16-bit flag register and
Instruction queue.
1 MB is
1 MB
2x20 RAM
Yeah,
capacity.
Yes,
2
RAM.
20, 10,48,576 bytes, sir. RAM capacity.
Yes, RAM capacity is 1 MB. 8086 is able to address the 1 MB RAM, right? Yes. And 8086 is able to run with the clock frequency from 5 megahertz to 10 megahertz, right? So up to 10 megahertz we can use the clock frequency. In between the 5 megahertz and 10 megahertz, depending upon your requirement, you can change the clock frequency range, right? Minimum 5 megahertz and maximum 10 megahertz. That is one another feature. And when it comes to the 8086, it's applied voltage. The voltage required, VCC required by the 8086 is 5 volts, right? These are also some of the features comes into the picture. And pipeline, two pipeline architecture, that is a double pipeline architecture, that is fetching the instruction and executing the instruction. So here it is a two pipelined architecture. So that is also another point. That is, one is the fetching. One cycle consists of fetching the data or opcode or addresses from the memory, right? So most probably we use the fetch word for the opcode only. Fetching the opcode. Opcode is nothing but your program instruction, right? Instruction which is in the form of zeros and ones. So fetching the instruction from the memory, that is the one cycle, and another cycle executing the instruction. So this is a two-way pipelined architecture. So fetching and execution. So that is a one thing, and the instruction stream by queue is the internal capacity, right? The Rahul Raj. We don't want your name, change it. Keep your roll number.
Sir, sorry, sir. Rename. Yes.
Right. So such a way that these are the some features, right? So when it comes to the internal registers, it has four general purpose registers: AX, BX, CX, DX, and it has four segment registers. So then 1 MB RAM, whatever we discussed in the yesterday's class, 1 MB RAM is divided into how many how many segments? My question. Can anyone tell the answer for this question? 1 MB RAM is divided into how many segments? So each segment size is 64 KB. So 64 KB.
16 segments.
16 segments.
Yes, very good. 16 segments, right? So it is divided into 16 segments, 64 KB. Each segment size is 64 KB. So I already shown in the yesterday's class. Let me show the diagram also once again. See this. Uploading, it may take some time. So it's a 16 segments. So completely we will be using the 16 segments in that process, right? segments, each segment size is 64 KB. So for what purpose we will be doing the segmentation? Why the memory is divided into some parts? For example, in our floor, when we see the second floor, for second years, 4 rooms are allocated. for third years 4 rooms are allocated, right? Similarly for the final years, right? So whenever we need to give the priority for the second years, means then the allocated rooms for the second year TR1 means so and so room, TR2 means so and so room. Similarly third year TR1 means 206, TR2 means 207, like that. It is some rooms are allocated, right? So in that process, we will be giving the space, right? So even here also in the memory, we will be giving the space. So this memory, it is divided into 16 segments. Each segment size is 64 KB in size. So it is used to store the data, and also to you, it is used to store the addresses, right? And also opcode. Three things.
Sir, why each segment is only 64 KB?
Yeah, very good question. Why each segment is 64 KB? Yeah, we are going for that particular concept only, because I will tell you the concept now. Why not it is greater than 64 KB, and why not it is less than 64 KB? Why the vacuum is... First, let me take the Vacom, right? You just see here. This is very important concept, right? So in the memory segmentation, there are 16 segments will be there, right? Segment 1, this is segment 1, right? So 64 KB, and the last one is segment 16. So here also 64 KB. So totally, when we take the total memory, it is 1 MB RAM. So you should tell the answer for my questions, right? So for example, one small memory is there only with the 2 memory locations. how to address. It has two memory locations, right? So I need to identify one number is available in one memory location, right? One digit, that is 8, is available in one memory location, and 9 is available in another memory location. Okay. I want to call the 8. For example, this is the memory. You just think that this is the RAM. I want to call the data that is 8 from the RAM. How? So I will give the, in this process, I will give the addressing for the 9 and also addressing for the 8. So address for the 9 is 0, right? Address, it is address. And address for 8 is 1, right? So for example, the size is increased. Here, there are only two numbers available in the memory. So simply I can give 0 and 1, and I can differentiate the 9 and 8 with the help of these two digits. For example, when we see the 4 digits, 4 numbers were there. Like another one is 7 is there and 6 is there, right? So there are 4 numbers in 4 different memory locations. Then how to address the memory? Now, for number 9, what the address? Whether it is same 0 or same 1 for the 8 or anything comes here in the process of giving addresses. Just you can give the address in the form of zeros and ones, right? So whenever 4 numbers, 4 memory locations comes, then I need to take the binary combinations of 2 digits, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1. For example, if I want to call the 6, then I should use the address 1 1, right? If I want to call the 6 from the RAM, then I should use the address 1 1. For example, I want to call one particular person in the meeting. So either I have to use the name or else roll number, right? So I want to select the roll number or name. Then only I can able to access the, then only I can able to communicate with my student, right? So similarly, here also, whenever we need to access the data from the RAM, then address is very, very important. That depends on size of the RAM. For example, RAM size is only 2 bytes, means only single digit address is enough. For example, RAM size is 4 bytes, then double digit address is required. Now the RAM size is increased with the 2 more locations. You should tell the answer for this question. Number 1 and number 2 is available here. Now you tell me the answer, or 2 more came into the picture. Number 0 is there, and another one is the missed one. Number 4 is available. Then how to use the address now?
We can have 3-bit address.
3 bits, sir. 3 bits, sir. 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1.
Yes, good. Everyone should respond for this. This is very important concept. 3-digit address, that's all, simply. So 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Right. So I need to use the address. If I want to access 4, I don't use the instruction like I want to access the 4. No. Mr. Processor, please copy the data which is the data which is available in the 111 memory location. I should give the instruction like that. So I should specify the address of the data. Then only processor can able to copy the data from the RAM. For example, I want to access the 0 from the RAM, right? So what should I do is I should give the instruction to the processor like, Mr. Processor, please copy data from 110. The address is 110. Just I will specify the address. Right, this is the process. Now you tell me the address size is 64 KB kilobytes. 64 kilobytes means how many memory locations? The RAM size is 64 KB. How many memory locations will be there? This kind of
So
memory
the RAM
location.
size is 1 MB, sir, not 64 KB.
Yeah, in 8086 it is 1 MB. That's okay. But I am taking the example 64 KB RAM is there. How many digits required? Are you following any logic here? For example, only 2 bytes. For 2 bytes, how many address lines required? Only one. Means
So
2
we need
power.
16.
We
6,
need
sir. 2 power 6, sir.
16.
16. Suhas, correct. 2 power 16. Right. So for 64 KB, for 64 KB, how many address lines required means 64 KB is equal to 2 power 16. So 16 address lines is required. The same thing, address bus size is changing here. For example, only 4 bytes RAM is there. Only 4 bytes. You take one small example, 4 bytes. 4 bytes means 2 power 2. So only 2 address bits is enough. 4 bytes means. For example, we have 1 MB. 1 MB is nothing but 2 power
20.
20. So 20 address lines is required. You just see here the concept is in every memory location 1 MB is nothing but 10 lakh 48,576 locations. Just see this kind of memory locations 10 lakh 48,576 memory locations will be there in this 1 MB RAM.
Sir, how did you get 2 power 16 for 64 KB, sir? Can you explain that?
2 power 16 means what? 2 square means
4, sir.
4. 4 bytes of 4 digits combination comes address representation.
Sir, one byte is how many bits, sir?
1024. 1024 bits. 1 KB. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Right. So you should have these basics. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 1 nibble is equal to 4 bits. Right. 1 word is equal to 16 bits. Double word is 32 bit. Right. 64 KB. 64 KB means 64 KB. It is equal to 64 into 1024. That is equal to 2 power 16. Very simple. This 16 indicates size of address bus. Or simply how you write 64 into 1024 is equal to 65,536 locations. 65,536 locations means you just see first memory location, second memory location, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, like that. So many plenty of memory locations will be there. So overall memory locations together, it is 65,536. For example, in my class, 68 is the strength. 68 means 68 different roll numbers I should give. Yes or no? So if I use the same roll number for 2 different students means So there is a chance to overlap the data. ఒకటి రిజల్ట్ ఇంకోటి పోద్ది, ఇంకోటి రిజల్ట్ ఇంకోటి పోద్ది, right? So we should differentiate the student by giving the different roll number. Same concept here also. These many memory locations will be there. 65,536 memory locations. If it is a 64 KB, 8085 RAM capacity is 64 KB. So 8086 is 1 MB RAM. 1 MB is nothing but 10,48,576 memory location. For example, in one classroom, 10,48,576 students were there. You think that, right? So some in one college or somewhere, right? So how to give the roll number? You should give the 10,48,576 different roll numbers. If you repeat the same roll number for two different students, then there is a chance to overlap the data, right? So same concept here also. So every memory location contains the specific address. So these 10,48,576 is nothing but 2 power 20. We will be taking the 2 only, not 3. Why? There will be a reason. The always address is represented with the form of zeros and ones. 0 and 1, only 2 digits. That is why we will be taking the binary, that is 2 power 20. You should ask the question that, sir, why it is 2 power 20? Why not it is 3 power something 10 or some other, or 4 power something? It is here binary is either 0 or 1, so we should take the 2 into the consideration, right? That is the logic. So in this process, the memory, it is, Akhilesh, have you got the clarity here?
Yes, sir. Got the clarity here, sir.
Yeah.
Got the clarity.
Yeah. Now I am coming to you. Why the memory is divided into 16 segments? Why not it is less than 16? The segment size is 64 KB. Why not it is more than 64 KB and less than 64 KB? You just see. So in this process, in the memory segmentation, every memory location contains 20-bit address. Every memory location, because this is a 1 MB RAM. So in order to differentiate every memory location, I should give 20-bit combination address only. Less than 20-bit I cannot use, right? Because there are 10,48,576 locations were there. So for every one memory location, I should give one specific address. For example, first memory location, you just first memory location, the address will be like this: 0000, right? 0000, 0000, 0000. So write the same thing in hexadecimal. This is a 0 0 0 0 0. So if you convert the same in hexadecimal, just compressed binary number is converted into hexadecimal number, because binary number representation chala peddaga vastundi, right? It is very big size. So in order to convert into that in for our convenience, we converted the binary number into the hexadecimal. First memory location address. Next, second memory location address you take. For example, this is a 164 KB segment. 164 KB segment, starting address all zeros comes, and the ending address, the last one, in between plenty of memory locations will be there. The last one, 00 00 0000. Here 4 Fs will come. The last one is 4 Fs. F, 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 F. So in between these two 4 zeros and 4 Fs, the remaining all are combination of, sorry, binary number will be in between the 0 and 1 only, right? We don't write it is a 1 1 1 1 1, and this is also 1 1 1 1, right? So here, when you convert the same thing into hexadecimal, 0 F F F F, last address, last memory location, today concept is this, that is why I was discussing, right? Last memory location address. So you just see in 64 KB, within the 64 KB, the last memory location, right? Initially it starts with the 5 hexadecimal digits, right? So it is nothing but 20 bit 5 into 4, 20 bit binary address, and it ends with the 0000 and 111111, all ones, remaining all are ones. When you convert the same thing into hexadecimal, so 0 FF, this is the last memory location address in this 64 KB. So in between, what will be the another addresses? For example, if you see, the initial address is 00000, and the last address is 0 FF, right? So in between there will be a plenty of memory locations. Another one is initially you take 000000 H. Next memory location, what will be the address in the next memory location after 00000? What will be the next memory location address? Tell me.
Sir, 00001, sir.
00001 H. It is hexadecimal.
1 H, sir. H, sir.
Yeah.
Hexadecimal representation.
Yeah. Next memory location address, what it will be?
0002,
2 H, right?
2 H.
Yeah.
Yes,
next
sir.
what it will be? 00003 H.
3 H.
Right.
That way it will
So,
come, sir.
yeah. What will be the final address within the 64 KB location? Within the 64 KB, what will be the final address, the last one? For example, you take this is the 64 KB size.
Yes, sir.
Out of 1 MB.
0000 FH, sir. 0000
Zero.
FH.
0 FFFH.
0 FF. Right.
So that is the last location for 1 MB, no, sir?
No. For last location of 1 MB, all F's will come. For all the last memory location of 1 MB, all ones, there will be so many other segments were there. 15 segments were there. Only we will be discussing about the first segment. This is first segment. Right. Total 16 segments were there. Right. So this is 64 KB. This is only first segment. 0 FF. For example, when I start the second segment, what will be the address? Second segment. What will be the starting address?
10000H.
Yes, correct. Sahas. 10000H. Sequence comes. Right. What will be the last last address of the second segment?
1 FFFFH.
1 FF double F H. Like this, the sequence comes up to the all F's, right? So first segment, second segment. So in this process, what we will be doing is, so in this process, while calculating the address, 20-bit address is divided into two parts. 20-bit physical address is divided into two parts. One, segment base address, and another one is, second one is offset address. Offset address, right? Combination of both together, it is called as 20-bit physical address. So for example, when we take the memory, right, 1 MB RAM, I am discussing about the DS, data segment, size is 64 KB. The first segment is data segment, the size is 64 KB. So initially what will be the address? In between, in the middle, initially the address is, the first memory location address is H, hexadecimal I was writing. You convert the same, 20-bit physical address comes. So the last one, the last memory location address is 0. This is the last memory location address of my data segment, right? So now I want to find the 20-bit physical address of one particular thing, that is 0 FF8H. This is the location I need to find out the 20-bit physical address. So here, segment base address will be, in this example, right? So in this example, segment base address is 4 zeros. Segment base is equal to 4 zeros. These 4 zeros, segment base address, right? 4 zeros hexadecimal number. Completely it is 5 digits. So initial 4 digits are segment base address. Offset address is equal to, just I am writing the 20-bit physical address for this, triple F8. Now I want the 20-bit physical address for these two combinations. 20-bit physical address. Then now what we have to do is, segment base address multiplied with 10. So it is it comes like 0 0 0 0, and one more 0 will come here, segment base address, right? And another one is offset address plus offset address. So what will be the overall address? 8 F F F0H. Got the address? This particular address 0 triple F8, right? Just see, this 0 is nothing but, this 0 is nothing but, inserting the 0, it is nothing but hardwired 0. right? Is everyone active?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we are active, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just see why I was telling the MPMC is one of the tough subject. You can understand the situation now. So you are unable to understand just 1 MB RAM and how the addressing will be means, then it will be a very difficult for upcoming contents, right? But once if you understand the 1 MB RAM addressing, then you can able to understand every concept. The 8086 1 MB RAM gives the complete details about your MPMC first 3 units, right? So in this process, so whenever you wanted to generate the 20-bit physical address means, 20-bit physical address means segment base address multiplied with 10 plus offset address. Now you tell me the segment base. Now I will give you some examples for the segment base address and offset address. You people has to give the answer for the my question. The first one is segment base address. Segment base address. You perform the addition and tell me the result. 2222 H. Offset address 8888H. Tell me the 20-bit physical address for these two combinations. Are you calculating?
2AAA8H.
2
AAA8H.
okay.